Dzień dobry, dzień dobry, dzień dobry moi kochani. Dziś mamy kolejną część przygód Samuela w Black Mirror. I teraz tak, wiemy, że nam się Henry utopił w fontannie, tak? Sprawdźmy, cóż tam możemy zrobić jeszcze przy tej fontannie i czy cokolwiek. Wyjście na ogród z tyłu, fontanna. Sprawdźmy, czy coś tu możemy sobie kliknąć. Zobaczyć, czy on tu coś widzi.
According to both Bates and Collier, Henry's body was tangled up in algae when they found him. How could he possibly have drowned in this though?
A prawym?
Something is glittering at the bottom. What could it be?
Coś błyszczy. No problem polega na tym, że jest pełno wody w tej fontannie i jeszcze pada deszcz, więc musielibyśmy coś tu wykminić, jak się tej wody pozbyć, przynajmniej w takiej nadmiernej ilości, tak, żeby jej tu nie było. Och, już nie twoja wina to jest, bez przesady, stary. Okej. Ach, patrzcie, ślady stóp tu są. Okej. Więcej nie ma, dobra. A jak jeszcze raz klikniemy fontannę, to co nam powie? No tak, bo był w niej trup, może dlatego. Okej, wejdźmy sobie do jadalni z powrotem. I do kuchni. Pamiętacie, tam były takie drzwi, te piwnice. No właśnie, i są teraz otwarte. Więc może sprawdźmy, co tam jest. Co wy na to? Może... No właśnie, może ktoś tam jest. Okej. Proszę, proszę. Całkiem zacnie tu.
Wine kegs full of quality red.
Popatrzymy sobie wszystko, co tu jest. A, chyba nie ma za dużo do oglądania. I pójdziemy sobie dalej. O, jest Bates. Sprawdźmy studnię jeszcze.
This well is from the era when the castle was under siege. It was supposed to connect the castle with an underground system of corridors, but that's merely old hearsay.
No, ja myślę, że to wcale nie jest hearsay. Okej, hej Bates, co tam?
Bates.
Bates w garniturze piłuje. Pilnikiem się posługuje. Szlifierką.
Bates, can the fountain back in the garden be drained?
Yes, there is a big pump in the cellar. It controls the water flow for the whole castle. It is possible to adjust the water level. However, I do not think it is a good idea to drain it after what happened. And Detective Collier should probably be notified about it, sir.
I am merely considering all the alternatives. We have the right to find out what happened. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. In that case, it is probably best not to tell anyone.
Dokładnie.
Is that what you meant, sir?
Very much so.
Okej, Henry.
You said you were there when they dragged Henry out of the fountain.
Unfortunately, I was. The sight was terrible.
I have to tell you something. I feel responsible for what happened to him.
Why would you say something like that, sir?
Well, I ordered him to clean the fountain. He did not want to do it, but I insisted.
You mustn't think that way, sir.
Och, to już nie twoja wina, jesteś dziadem, ale...
not been drunk, nothing would have happened. And I actually heard Dr. Herman say that his death occurred sometime after midnight. It is not your fault. Certainly he would not be cleaning it in the middle of the night.
I really hope so. Bates is probably right. Henry most likely fell in there by accident. Have you seen Robert today?
Yes, Sir Robert was reading the newspaper in the dining room this morning. If you would like to speak with him, I am sure you'll find him in his study.
I spoke to Collier. As you can imagine, he asked me a lot of curious questions. Tell me, what did he question you about?
Many things, but most of all, he was interested in the place where we found Henry. It was very unpleasant having to describe it all over again, sir.
Oh? Can you repeat to me what you told him?
I was afraid you would ask. Well, if I must.
No
I was
dawaj.
awakened by a sharp knock at the door of my room. Morris was shouting something about Henry. He seemed utterly confused, rapidly pouring out incoherent sentences. He wanted me to go with him to the back garden immediately. At that moment, I still had no inkling of what had transpired.
Did you go with him right to the fountain?
Yes, and only there did I realize what had happened. It took me a while to come to myself again, but then I went straight to the telephone.
What time was it?
It was about 6 in the morning. Collier and Dr. Herman arrived an hour later. That is all, sir. You know the rest.
Yes. Thanks for being so patient, Bates. When did Dr. Herman leave?
Half an hour ago. He took Henry's body to the old morgue.
Did he mention to anyone what he thought about all this?
He had a long conversation with the detective, but I have no idea what they were speaking about. I was so distraught, I was not really listening.
All right. That's all then, Bates. What is in the old morgue then?
Ciało Henry'ego jest w kostnicy, tak.
What was Morris doing in the back garden so early in the morning? His work is in the stable, right?
Yes, but he sometimes helps with the gardening. Henry cannot do everything that needs to be done. I mean, he was not...
Więc...
Bates, why don't you take the rest of the day off? You don't have to work under the circumstances.
No, sir. I do not want to just be sitting around brooding. I'd rather attend to my responsibilities. It helps take my mind off things.
I understand. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Okej, teraz gdzie będzie ta pompa, w której można poustawiać wodę?
They're full of clean water. The cellar is quite cold, so the water is always cool.
Dobra, prawym się nic nie da, a tutaj na zaplecze. Beczka.
It's empty. There's nothing in it.
Stojak.
This is where our best vintages are stored. The temperature as well as degree of dampness is ideal.
Pompa. Sprawdźmy.
Water distribution controls. I have no idea which one does what. The pump is part of the entire water distribution system. It pumps the water in and out endlessly according to immediate needs.
Dobra, zapytajmy Batesa, jak ta pompa działa.
Do you need anything, sir?
I would like to ask you about something.
Certainly, sir.
Pompa.
Bates, that pump we talked about,
Yes, sir.
I think it is broken. Which valve controls the water level?
The pump works all right, sir. Only one of the input valves broke off some time ago. The water level can still be adjusted using the other valves. It just takes a moment to figure out the right setup for what you want to do.
How do I know if I have drained the fountain then?
If I remember correctly, the second column from the right displays the level of water in the fountain.
I will give it a try. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Oni są tacy po prostu grzeczni wobec siebie i uprzejmi, że I think I will go now. Chyba spuściłam wodę z fontanny.
Ready.
Okej. Teraz tak. No to co? Idziemy do góry. Jeszcze raz obejrzę tą studię.
It's several tens of meters deep, but the water from it can't be drunk.
Okej, wyjdźmy stąd, tylko tak, do jadalni i do ogrodu, nie? Dobra, i teraz tak, mamy symbol.
A sign of some sort, or a symbol. A symbol similar to that from the tower wall.
No,
Strange. A new symbol beside another corpse.
może zdjęcie zrobimy?
I'll take a picture of it, just like the first symbol.
Okej.
This must be the thing that
Kluczek.
glittered at the bottom.
Ciekawe, do czego ten kluczek, nie? Skrawka...
It was lying on the bottom of the fountain, covered in mud.
Mhm. Okej, już chyba wszystko tutaj popatrzyłam, tak przynajmniej mi się wydaje. I teraz tak, Henry pracował w szklarni między innymi. Może byśmy w takim układzie poszli do szklarni, co wy na to? Tylko to trzeba tutaj pójść do dołu i potem tam, nie? Mhm. Okay, zajrzyjmy jeszcze do tych rzeczy.
It's full of rainwater. It will
No,
tap
boleje.
clean before it can be used again. The leaves will begin to rot soon. The bags have soaked badly. Perhaps Henry forgot to don the leaves. Who will take over his job now that this thing has happened?
Pytanie, Boże, ale pogoda. Okej, spójrzmy.
The Black Mirror Castle.
Mhm. Zgadza się. Black Mirror Castle.
Cans of paint and a tin with brushes lying on it. Only painter stuff, nothing else.
Musimy tu dokładnie się rozejrzeć wszędzie.
It's full of dry leaves. Nothing but leaves. Gardening tools and small tubes with fertilizer. I can't see a bill of exchange anywhere. Where could Henry have put it?
No gdzieś na
There is
pewno
nothing
leży.
interesting in the drawer.
Na pewno gdzieś leży.
Seeds of some plants, maybe beans.
Okej, sprawdźmy tą drugą szufladę, co?
It's locked. It's closed and probably full of whiskey. Henry hid it here so as not to carry it.
Sznurek. Dobra, mamy kluczyk. Pasuje.
A letter. It's addressed to Victoria.
Okej. Co jeszcze?
Madam, please regard this letter as one from an anonymous friend. One of your servants is not whom he pretends to be. You may find it interesting that he is an ex-prisoner.
That he is an ex-prisoner and a thief. On several occasions, I watched him sneak quietly into the castle cellar using the old back door. I saw that person take away several bottles of some of the best vintages of your wine that you value so much. No doubt, some of your other valuables have also gone astray. I decided to write you this letter to prevent further stealing. The person's name is Morris.
Henry meant to blackmail Morris. I am curious as what Morris will tell me about this.
No.
Madam, please regard this letter. One of your... Madam,
Ojej, jeszcze raz.
The person's name.
Co jeszcze mamy?
Some papers and a few coins. The bill isn't here. Where could he have put it?
Rozejrzyjmy się tu jeszcze bardziej, może trochę, co?
It's full of clean water. I don't want to water anything. They're empty, ready for planting in.
No na razie to się raczej nic chyba więcej nie dowiemy, wiecie? Idziemy do Morrisa. Tylko teraz tak, którędy pójść do Morrisa? Pójdźmy tędy. Później do... tutaj do góry. I do pewnego wejścia i wtedy w lewo, nie? Tu. Tu? Czy nie tu? Do stajni, tu. O. Okej. Przechodzimy sobie tutaj dalej. I tak, gdzie jest Morris?
Morris carried the hay sacks away in time before it started to rain.
Tutaj wejdźmy sobie do środka. Jest Morris. Cześć Morris. Czemu kradłeś nam wino?
do you have a moment?
No, musisz mieć moment, łaski nie robisz.
Sure.
Morris, I know you've been stealing wine from our cellars.
Me, sir? Who told you that?
Jaki zaskoczony.
No one told me. I'd read it in a letter that Henry wrote to Victoria. So what do you say about that?
Well, I only took a few bottles, sir. I swear. There's such a lot of them in there, I thought nobody would notice. It won't happen again, I promise. Will you give me that letter, sir?
All right, Morris. But I'm going to be watching you. Here it is.
Czemu? Głupi.
What do you think about what has happened to Henry?
It was to be expected. He drank way too much. I guess it had to end like this.
It sounds like you really don't care that it happened.
Well, we didn't exactly like each other, but I wish no ill will to anyone.
It was you who found him, right?
Yes, I needed something from the back garden, and as I was walking past, I noticed something floating in the fountain. I went closer to have a look, and he was totally tangled up in the weeds. I could see nothing except his coat.
Did you notice anything else?
No, I panicked, you see. I ran to the castle to get Bates to go have a look with me. I kept thinking I might have been confused and imagined it. But it really was Henry.
What happened next?
I rode into the village to get the detective. You know the rest.
So, Morris found Henry.
Mhm.
Were you in the stable yesterday?
Sure I was. Where else would I have been?
The lights were not on.
Well, maybe I wasn't. Why are you asking? Oh, I can see where you're coming from. You're thinking that maybe what happened to Henry might not have been an accident and that somebody might have helped him into that pond. I may be a drunkard and a saucebox, sir, but I'm no murderer.
No one is calling you a murderer, Morris. I was just asking.
All right, fair enough.
Just asking.
If Madam learns that you are starting to suspect me, I may as well go looking for a new job. There's not much work available in this neighborhood. And besides, who would want to hire a man with one leg that is almost completely lame?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Morris. At least not yet.
No właśnie. Przynajmniej... Ojej, przepraszam. Przynajmniej na razie.
Morris, have you boarded up the old well like I asked you to yesterday?
Not yet, sir. I'll do it today.
It should have been done yesterday. I'm surprised that Henry didn't fall into it.
Excuse me, sir?
You know well how I meant that. I want to see it secured today, or you can start looking for a new job. Is that clear?
Sure, I'll do it. You needn't shout at me, sir.
I have no idea what has gotten into me. Why did I yell at him like that?
Właśnie chciałam też cię o to zapytać, bo się zachowujesz jak taki dosyć konkretny dupek, bym powiedziała.
I took a look around the fountain.
Sir, why would you bother with such a thing? Why not just leave it up to that detective?
Well, I can't help suspecting something's wrong about all of this. 2 unfortunate accidents in such a short time?
You said it, sir. They are accidents. Henry just got drunk as a stone, and this time his luck ran out.
Maybe. But never mind. I have come because of something else. I found a footprint in the mud by the fountain's rim.
But that's nothing strange. There must be lots of footprints there.
Well, this one is fresh and much deeper than the other ones. The person who left it there must have limped badly or been carrying something very heavy.
Are you suggesting it's mine? Well, why couldn't it be yours? It's mostly me who walks around the garden, and the footprint is probably from the morning I found it.
Maybe.
Sir, I told you I was home the whole evening. I've got no idea what happened that night.
How do you know that it was nighttime?
If I answer that now, could we stop returning to the subject?
We shall see.
I heard it from Dr. Herman when he was speaking with Collier.
What else were they talking about?
I was not really listening. I just overheard a couple sentences as I was walking by. Can I go now, sir?
All right. I'll ask Dr. Herman myself. Maybe I'm suspicious of him unnecessarily, but maybe not. I'll go see Dr. Herman and find out what he knows about that footprint. I will go then.
All right, sir.
Okej.
There's enough light in here during the day.
Dobra, no i co? Gdzie by tu podjechać, co? Yellow Creek? Czy może Vicarage? Pytanie brzmi, czy już można wejść do kościoła? Aleje.
The church is locked.
Czy nie można jeszcze? No dobra. A do Willow Creek jakby się tak udać. I sobie zobaczyć. O, Vic, hej.
Hello, Mr. Samuel. What a great big bang that was, eh? The second greatest today, I'll bet.
Hi, Vic. Are you counting the thunder?
Right.
Why are you sitting here like this in the rain? Wouldn't you rather be at home?
I don't mind the rain. And also, I can't go home.
You can't? You're in trouble, aren't you?
Well, it's that broken window from yesterday. Harry told my dad, you know. Though I'm not exactly carrying home.
Oh, I see. I have to go now. Be careful of the windows next to you.
I will. Throwing my ball to the other side would be a lot safer.
No, raczej tak.
I'm surprised Harry didn't bother to cover it up.
O, Lombard otwarty.
I wonder if it too is for sale, or if it's part of the inventory here. Hard to say among all these things. I can't see anything I need. I don't want to buy any of these things. It's mostly garbage.
Czy coś tu jeszcze jest? Dobra, pogadajmy z Mariah.
Good morning. How can I help you?
A few days ago, a man pawned a certain object here. An article similar to this one.
I remember Henry pawned something that looked like that. Yes, that's true.
I'd like to redeem the object.
Certainly, sir. It's £35. And I require the bill of exchange with the owner's signed agreement, of course.
I'll give you the money, but you see, I haven't got that bill.
Sir, surely you know that I cannot return any pawned object without the corresponding bill of exchange.
I can understand why you do not want to release it without the bill, but I will pay for it.
I'm sorry, that's the rules.
That object is very important to me. I am willing to pay a special price.
That's possible, but how fair would it be to the owner if I sold their property to somebody else within the pawn period? According to the rules, the object belongs to them until the expiration date of the note has been passed.
Murray, Henry can't possibly redeem it.
How do you know that?
He's dead.
Dead? I'm truly sorry to hear that, but I'm afraid the owner's death changes nothing. The person who presents a valid bill of exchange and pays the designated price can redeem the object at any time then.
Please try to understand that I haven't got it. Wouldn't the money be enough?
I'm sorry. You can wait until the pawn period expires.
That's not an option.
In that case, I'm afraid I can't help you, sir.
I know you would break the rules, but who could possibly find out? I am willing to pay triple the price for it.
Triple, you say? No, that's quite impossible. I don't want to lose my license because of your offer. Although I've got to admit it's very decent.
So how much money do I need to convince you?
It seems you don't understand me. I'm not going to do this for any price you could possibly offer to pay.
Człowiek
This
z zasadami.
pawn shop is all I have, and I'm not going to risk losing it.
But who would know about our deal? We can keep it between the two of us.
Sorry, I'm not changing my position. No bill of exchange translates to no release.
Very well then. If I bring the bill and pay the holding price, will you give it to me?
Of course I will.
I thought he was more into money. I must
Oh,
find
widzisz.
Henry's bill of exchange, no matter what. Murray isn't going to give me anything without it.
Okej, film.
I need to get a film developed, and I've heard that you can do it.
That's true. It doesn't happen very often, but it's possible. Trouble is, my machine has been out of order for quite some time now. I would have had it repaired if somebody had needed it, but with things as they are around here, there's been no reason to hurry.
Do you know of any other place that I can get the film developed?
I'm afraid you have to go into town. I can't be of use in that respect. Sorry.
Bye.
No, za dużo nie załatwiliśmy w takim układzie. Okej, ale przynajmniej pogadane. Może jeszcze do pubu na chwilę.
It isn't very legible. The chalk is all blurred. I can ask Harry directly.
Te, Harego.
Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Welcome back, Mr. Gordon. Have you come to get a bite?
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. I know your Bates is not exactly a great cook.
It's not so bad. I have no reason to complain.
All right, if you say so.
Do you remember our conversation yesterday on how nothing ever happens around here?
Sure I do.
Well, unfortunately, something did happen.
Oh, you mean Henry?
How do you know?
Well, news travels around here fast. Poor Henry. He was a good regular. We sure drank a fair amount together.
So how long had you known one another?
Since the time he started working for the manor. Which in fact means the day he arrived here. I remember when he first showed up, all sweaty with a suitcase in each hand. He took no time to order the 2 pints right away. I knew right off that we would understand each other.
Did he have any friends in the neighborhood?
Probably not. You see, he was kind of a loner. I don't think he knew anyone else. He used to only come here.
Thanks anyway, Harry.
You're welcome, Mr. Gordon.
Dobra, i teraz co to za... Aha, to grabarz.
I need to talk to you.
Go ahead, but make it quick.
Tell me, did you know Henry Stanton?
No, I didn't. Should I have known him?
Well, he worked as a gardener for us, but he died yesterday.
Sounds like I'll get to meet him soon now. You want anything else? I'm not interested in company.
No, I'll leave you alone.
Mark i Tom.
Good morning.
Might be good for you. What do you want?
You said yesterday that you used to help in our garden.
A couple of times, yes.
So you knew Henry, our gardener, right?
Yes. I don't want to talk about him after what has happened.
When did you last speak with him?
Well, yesterday evening. I met him just a short distance off the road to the village.
What time was that exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. I already told you that. I don't feel like getting involved in anything.
I'm not the police. You needn't worry. What did you speak about?
It was just a
Detective
couple
somewhere.
of sentences. I'm not sure.
Was he acting normal? I mean, was he sober?
Yeah, he was, that's for sure. It's true that he used to drink a lot, but he didn't drink every day. And yesterday, he was sober. I would have noticed.
Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
So, Henry was still sober in the evening, and they found him drowned at dawn. That doesn't make much sense.
Prawda? Tom, co tam u ciebie?
Hello.
Hello?
Did you know Henry Stanton?
Henry? I saw him in the pub sometimes. He didn't talk much, so I really didn't know him. Now leave me to my sport.
Dobra, pogadali. Okej. Wydaje mi się, że w ten sposób zakończymy tą część i cóż, zobaczymy się w następnej części, gdzie spróbuję pójść do kostnicy, w której pracuje dr Herman i swoją drogą ten dr Herman to jest taki trochę podejrzany typek, przynajmniej jak dla mnie. Może tam się dowiemy trochę więcej na temat tego, jak Henry zginął i co było przyczyną śmierci. Także tak, dziękuję za oglądanie i za wszystkich nowych i starych też subskrybentów, za wszystkie komentarze, łapki w górę. Jeżeli macie ochotę, to oczywiście coś zostawcie pod filmem, jakąś łapkę w górę czy komentarz. Dziękuję bardzo i trzymajcie się. Na razie.